You know, I shared this 7 hours ago. What's it like living in the UK? Can't complain. Oh, good. Well, that's good. No, I mean, I can't complain or I will get arrested. It's not only getting arrested, it's processed in bloody days. And you know what? There's a number of things you could talk about on that one alone. Is it that they've got duty solicitors for argument's sake? Just wait there. Hey, don't worry. You're being arrested. We've put the fear of God in you, all the rest of it. Now we're going to hand you across to duty solicitors who will absolutely, at no cost to yourself, look after your interests. And funnily enough, the next thing, they're in prison. In days. In days. No jury, because remember, that's why they don't want any jury trials. Seriously. You could give examples where there's been a jury trial and it's just been laughed out of, court and off they pop. Over words, remember, just words. Because it's so true. You cannot complain. Think about this. You cannot complain. You know, puppets like Starmer sitting next to another puppet, Trump, whoever, blah, blah, blah. They're all puppets, let's be honest. Although certain fellow YouTube buddies who will make comments on my vids still think it's only... Look, I've been told to look at one individual, and his name is Trump. Everybody else I've been told not really to look at. Maybe Tony Blair, a few others, blah, blah, blah. Funnily enough, you know what? Common denominator. They're all doing really well. They're all well protected, blah, blah, blah. But there are points of whatever to hate or to despise or feel that they're all the problem. What most people aren't realizing is the fucking network. I'm telling you, this thing is throughout everywhere. How is it? Oh, I lost my job. Why? Oh, a fellow member of staff had said and what? Did you ever actually think to yourself, they're part of a network? Am I saying everyone that does something like that is part of a network? No. But what most people are not realising, honestly, it's like The Omen 3, where Damien is, and he's standing and it's somewhere... wherever it is dark, windswept and interesting, and as he looks at it, his congregation, it is made up of, well, everybody. Old people, young people, everywhere in between. Many of them are actually wearing their garbs of what they do during the day, and that's not an accident. I'd love to show you, but I've had problems showing anything along those lines. All of a sudden, you're having... If you thought you were ghosted before, well, watch now. And you can't tell people, cause, I've had people lately giving it, like, I made a comment, I'm like, hey, I did a recent video where I replied to a comment and you can't see it. I can see it behind the scenes, but I can't actually see it on my own YouTube channel. There's a level to this, it's beyond belief. Levels, whatever you want to describe it as, but what most people are not getting, they're missing completely, is it's like a cult, an interconnected cult that absolutely represents about 10% of society, and most people don't see it coming, and yet it directly affects them. I'll repeat. Isn't it astounding how quickly they can process from, hey, you're arrested, you're in jail, in a matter of days, and they've had duty solicitors. And nobody's going, has anybody actually questions the motivation of these duty solicitors as an example? Now remember, that mindset is right throughout the councils, the education system, the NHS, everything, the trains, you name it. We have a complete society within our society hell-bent on destroying the West to bring about this new Eden, but ultimately a new world order. As I kept bumping my gums for years about, you should read a book by Marlon Ferguson, The Aquarian Conspiracy, Personal and Social Transformation in the 1980s, and it's been rebranded in the modern era. Most people, as soon as they hear, The Aquarian Conspiracy, it's been written by a conspiracy theorist. It's not. That is United Nations doctrine in many regards. But you can't be arsed looking into it. Theosophy is a major driver in this. And I found it even in the education system in Scotland. But nobody wants to look at these things. You should also look at the New Age movement. After all, when the world's turning into shit around you, but for some reason you feel untouched by it, and it's all part of this learning experience, this way, the rebirth of whatever, most people are not getting it at all. It's just like, oh, I'm fucked off. I need it, Just be smarter. Seriously. Read more.